Evicting a tenant can seem like a complicated undertaking, but in this video, we'll quickly explain eviction laws in South Dakota and how to recover your property in 5 simple steps. First, what is an eviction? Eviction is the process of legally removing a tenant. It's illegal for a landlord to change locks or physically remove a tenant themselves. So if the renter refuses to leave after violating their lease, you must seek an eviction from the court. The process for simply terminating a lease differs from that of an eviction. Lease terminations require proper notice from the landlord or tenant, and state requirements can be found on our website. Legal reasons for eviction in South Dakota. A landlord only has grounds to evict a tenant for reasons allowable in the state. The first step in the eviction process is to give the lessee one of the following notices. Non-payment of rent. If the tenant is late on rent, you can serve a 3-day notice to pay or quit. This gives them 3 days to pay the rent in full along with any penalties or vacate the property. Non-compliance. If your tenant violates their rental agreement, this notice to comply or quit gives them the opportunity to either abide by the lease or vacate the property. No specific time frame is stated, but state law requires landlords to afford tenants reasonable time to correct the problem. Rent grace period. In South Dakota, there is no rent grace period. Rent is due on the due date. An eviction notice can be served if rent is only 1 day late. 5 steps to legally evicting a tenant in South Dakota. Serve the notice to quit. Choose the form you need and download or fill it in on eForms.com. Post it on the tenant's door and also send it via certified mail with a return receipt requested via USPS. You must wait for the specified number of days allowed by the notice to quit before taking further action. File eviction papers with the court. If the tenant hasn't fixed the issue and remains on the property, you can proceed to the local magistrate or circuit court where the property is located. You'll need to file a complaint and a summons. Serve the complaint. After the filing, the landlord will need to serve the tenant the information about the case filed against them, which can be done by using a process server. The tenant will have 4 days to respond after service. Attend the hearing. At the hearing, the judge will reach a ruling. If the tenant doesn't respond or attend, or if the judge rules in your favor, a judgment of possession will be issued, which orders the tenant to vacate. Removing the tenant. If the tenant still doesn't move out, you will have to obtain an execution of possession, which permits the sheriff to force the tenant to leave the property. Damages. Often the tenant's security deposit does not cover total losses. If damages are not awarded at the hearing, you may be able to recover past due rent and court fees through small claims court. Now you can get eviction proceedings started. Get eviction forms, court documents, and all other information you'll need at the link below for free.